Favre was known as an improvising gunslinger during his Hall of Fame career, and he said two of the top quarterbacks in the game today, Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield, have a style of play similar to his own. Favre added, "It's a play-action fake that you've never seen before, or a flip, underhand pass, or diving over three defenders, or ducking your head and getting the extra yard. Those are the type of things that are the unexpected that will become, at some point, maybe expected with a guy like Baker or Mahomes. Playing quarterback the way I played and the way Baker and Mahomes play is they just kind of have that added little sixth sense." Shannon, who plays it more like Favre, Baker or Mahomes?
Mahomes. Now, what we saw Brett Favre do, Skip, after he threw that touchdown, that's Baker Mayfield. But as far as just playing the quarterback position, the improvisation, that's Patrick Mahomes. Because we've seen Brett, because of his arm talent, that he feels he can fit a ball into anywhere, in any situation. And he was great on the move, and he's looking to throw on the move, he's looking to throw the ball over your head. Mahomes possesses that ability. The thing that when we faced Brett Favre, we wanted to keep him in the pocket. That's it. We wanted to make him, and there, you know, some quarterbacks you're like, wow, Tom Brady is just the opposite. You want to force him out of the pocket. This guy, you want to keep Brett, but he had the ability to escape, and he had better legs than you thought. I think Brett, they're kind of similar. I think Mahomes might be a little more sturdier, but Brett has lost so much weight. Now, Skip, it's hard to believe that he was a 240-pound quarterback. Now he's like a...
I don't think he weighed 240 yet.
I think Brett would maybe 230. 230. No, he's about 230. But now he looks like a granddad.
He looks like
he looks like
a lot.
Yeah,
lately.
That the sleeve that he markets. I forget the name of it. Skip.
Oh yeah.
The copper fit?
Copper fit. Yeah, copper fit. But Mahomes, Skip, his ability, the improvisation, because you could. I remember Brett actually threw a pass over his head, and it was completed. And you saw Patrick Mahomes earlier rolling to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback. He takes the ball, puts it in his left hand, and throws it and completes it to Tyreek Hill. That reminds me most of Brett Favre. So as far as playing style on the field, arm strength, confidence, Patrick Mahomes is basically almost a carbon copy of Brett Favre.
And I see this completely upside down from the way you see it. I think Baker is far more Favre-like than Patrick Mahomes, because Baker does play with more of Favre's fire than Patrick does. I don't see that ever from Patrick.
No.
And Baker has more of Favre's intangibles because he's got that chip-on-shoulder attitude that Brett had from the first year on, which is, nobody can tell me what to do. I'm going to do it my way, whether you like it or not. That was even early Brett Favre. And remember, Baker and Brett have this in common. They were really both overachievers when they got to the league, because Brett wasn't taken until the 6th pick of the second round, and then he busted for a year in Atlanta because he had issues off the field.
Yeah, he couldn't get out of Buckhead.
Thank you. That is, you know it well. You know it all too well.
I do.
And so he does get traded for a first-round pick to Green Bay, and the rest is NFL history.
It is.
Your brother was part of that history. But the point is, Baker was a 2-time walk-on. I know he was the first overall pick, but it came out of nowhere, and everybody was shocked, and it was a very controversial first overall pick. Wait a second, a guy who walked on at Texas Tech and then walked up to and walked on at Oklahoma, he's the first overall pick? That's wrong. He's too little. He's too this. He's too that. And yet, in the end, I still think he's very underrated, because I think you're underestimating his arm strength. Look at the Madden rankings that just came out. They call it throwing power, which is just arm strength. Okay, Josh Allen got a 99 just on arm strength. Mahomes was 2nd at 96. Baker was 6th at 93. That's of all the quarterbacks, he was 6th with a 93, and he's only 3 slots lower than Patrick Mahomes. So he's got a big, bad arm, man.
But it's not Favre and it's not Mahomes, Skip. Did you see the video? Mahomes was standing and he threw the ball out of the stadium.
I got it. But I think you're underestimating Baker because he's smaller. But it's a gunshot coming in.
Well, the thing is, I think Baker has better anticipation because he doesn't necessarily have the arm strength of a Brett Favre. Skip, you know Brett was waiting for a guy to get open, and he's like, oh, I can get it there. I'm good. I don't worry about anything. And you Mahomes, from that baseball background, you know, that was John. John could anticipate, but because he played, you know, right field for the Yankees in their system,
Yeah, he did.
He always felt he had the ability to make any throw in any tight window. And I think that's now, as far as antics, as far as celebrating, as far as making a play and then running down the field, we all remember when Brett threw the touchdown in his first Super Bowl, he takes his helmet off and run downfield. I can see Baker doing something like that. Or he would pick a teammate up after they make a touchdown catch. I can see Baker doing something like that. So mannerisms.
Okay, just remember, Favre played at Southern Mississippi.
Yeah.
While let's look at Patrick Mahomes. He grew up the son of a big league pitcher.
Yes.
So he felt, you know, it's not that you have a silver spoon in your mouth, but you feel rightfully entitled, like you grew up in big league clubhouses, right?
Yes.
So you have a whole different mentality. You're like, I'm pretty special, because he was special, and he could have played professional baseball.
Yes.
They wanted him to as a shortstop. So he had far more credentials coming out of Texas Tech than Favre did out of Southern Miss or even Baker out of Oklahoma.
For me, Skip, I was always been more impressed with a guy that came from a background like that to make it. Like a guy like Peyton Manning, who dad had money.
Yeah.
Because when you come up like I came up like a lot of the guys in professional ranks.
Yep.
Hard, tough, grinding. But when your dad, you grow up going to private schools and your mom and dad drop you off to school every day and you don't have to walk to school to catch the bus, that's a different mindset. But to see a guy like a Peyton Manning or to see a guy like a Patrick Mahomes or, you know, a Clay Matthews Jr., who dad played professional and was very good players, make that kind of money, he's like, you know what? Yeah, my dad made it, but I'm gonna grind and I'm gonna make it. That tells you a lot. That tells you a lot about the guy.
Which brings me to my final point about why Baker is more like Favre. To me, Baker has exhibited, to me, more mental toughness than Patrick Mahomes. And we're back to what we opened the show talking about. Patrick Mahomes needs to show people more, like he did it for 1 year, but I need to see the big, tough situations where you come through. I've seen Baker come through in big clutch situations.
Did you see him in Baltimore on 4th and 10 when he hit Tyreek Hill? If that ain't coming through for you?
That was at Kansas City.
Yeah,
but it was
4th and 10.
Baltimore. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that one?
I just don't see it. I don't see it as much as I do. Baker is a tough guy. I don't know yet if Patrick Mahomes is a tough kid.
Well, you'll see it. Another 40 touchdown season.
Okay, all right.
You gonna see.
You know how that position is. You get backed into a corner, you got to show you.
Oh, well, you have to keep reinventing yourself.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, but that's the thing that was so impressive now. Once he gets, say, year 4, where he's seen every defense that they could possibly throw at him, and that's what makes the really great ones good.
Really?
You can't fool Brady. You can't fool Rodgers. You can't fool these guys like Brees because they've seen it all. Once he gets to that level, Skip, there's no turning back. With his arm talent, and he's in the right system, because it has a lot to do with you get a coach that's going to be there for a while and a system that works for you.
Year 4 is what you were saying?
By the time
We've really seen it.
Oh, by the time he get to year 10, he have 3.
Okay.
3 or 4 MVPs.
I obviously do not doubt the physical abilities.
Yeah.
But at this level, playing this position, it's the hardest position to play in sports. And Tom Brady doesn't look the part, but on mental toughness, clutch toughness, there's just not anyone
Plus,
better.
you know what he has working? He got a 25, 26-year-old Tyreek Hill. He has a 28-year-old Travis Kelce. He has a 27-year-old Sammy Watkins. And he just drafted a guy, got a guy in the second or third round that can fly.
He can
fly.
So
he has weapons around him.
Okay, but when push comes to shove, you have to make the play.
Well, can the defense, can they get off the field and stop giving up 36 points a game in losses?
Well, Honey Badger's going to help that.
Yeah, I hope so. Don't squander my homeboy, because we've seen that before. We've seen a lot of great years from Aaron Rodgers squandered because they didn't have someone that could get them off the field.
Maybe he could have made a couple more throws.
Oh, there you go. See, wait, every chance you take a shot at the man.
I cannot wait to see what they do this year.
Do they play each other?
Which ones are we on now?
We're talking about my homeboy and Baker.
And Baker?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because he's going to make up, because you know what happened. You remember what happened last time they played, Skip? Didn't he throw up a 700 spot on him?
Oh, yeah.
He threw up a 700 spot.
Good memory there.
Okay.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see.
Who won? I don't remember.
There you go. Okay. I want you to remember that. So now all that matters is winning.
Unfortunately, guys, they don't play this season, but we'll have plenty more to see.
We'll get to the playoffs, because I know what you're
maybe that'll be the case.
Yeah.
Will Manny Pacquiao get a rematch with Floyd Mayweather?
Yes.
Freddie Roach is here in studio. I cannot wait. We will ask him next.